Infowars.com/show. The fight for the future is now. This is the War Room with Owen Schroyer. Watch the live stream at Infowars.com/show.
Harrison Smith sitting in for Owen Schroyer today. It is the 18th of February, 2019. For today, Peter Boykin, he's the president of hashtag Gays for Trump. You can find that organization at gaysfortrump.org or his website, peterboykin.com. Thank you so much for coming on today with me, Peter.
How's it going?
It's going well. It's going well. Now, obviously, the biggest story in the news is this Jussie Smollett fake hate crime, fake attack, this hoax, false flag attack on that actor. He says for being gay and black. Turns out it was all fake, but you yourself have been the victim of violence against you because of your political leanings. Tell us about that and about how this whole media circus surrounding this event has just what's your opinion on it?
Well, yeah, every day being a gay conservative, you deal with death threats, especially when big names put you on kind of a list. But what happened to me this was back in 2017, right after Charlottesville, Milo Yiannopoulos was having a little contest and, read something in a dangerous place. So I took up the offer, and they had went right afterwards in Durham, North Carolina, and actually tore down one of the so-called Confederate statues.
Oh, I remember that, yeah.
I'm not so much for the statues, but I was against the way they tore it down, and I used to live there. So I went to go find out what was going on, and of course I wear my MAGA hat. I've worn it in multiple places, and I figured it might be good to go there. So I checked it out and read the book, and then a couple of people took pictures, and somebody was talking to me, and while I was there, a young black kid came up to me and pretty much threatened me on camera that he was going to punch me multiple times. And about that time, after he walked away, I told him, I said, you wouldn't want to deal with my husband. So he walked away, and luckily I didn't get punched. But another guy is like, look, I disagree with you 99% of what you're into, but that's wrong. You should be out here. So I spoke until it got a little dark. I should have left, but it was, I spoke a little while, and I actually red-pilled probably about 20 people there because I explained them about what making America great again was not racist, because I compared it to how Durham was revitalizing itself. But during that time, a Antifa-type looking girl confronted me. But later on, she came back, and she came with a guy who was masked. They got a really big black guy and about 50 other people that showed up. And luckily, there was a camera crew there that was actually not paying attention to me. But I was right there, and they knocked my hat off my head, knocked my camera out of my head and my hand, and I pretty much had to kind of retreat. I just wasn't sure exactly how, because I was just myself I didn't realize I was going to run into that kind of issue. But then when I walked away, they threw water at me, or what I think would be water. And I had to call the police and actually had to wait. Even though it was a hotbed place, I had to wait, I swear, like 10 minutes. And I was like on the phone going, if you don't get here, these people are going to God knows what. I think if it wasn't for that camera crew there, I don't know what would have happened to me. And so, it's kind of funny. Like, I put it out there, and I didn't try to go looking for, issues and try to look to get hurt, and but I did let people know. But of course, no big media picked up on that, and here he is with Jussie talking about a situation that my situation, it possibly can happen. What happened for me, nobody cared, but here it is now. Since then, people are getting attacked multiple times, and it's like no press for what happened to me so much, but big press on this false flag, fake, bad acting. I don't know. Maybe the guy should get an Academy Award for the bad acting, or daytime Emmy or whatever. Meanwhile, he gets kicked off of, you got, say, Roseanne, who gets kicked off of her show, and this guy's still going strong, on Empire, and he's a known phony and a liar. It's pretty sad.
Oh, it absolutely exposes the hypocrisy of the mainstream media. So I noticed we had a couple stories up there, obviously from the alternative news segment about what happened to you. But yeah, this is like a real thing that happened to you on camera, like has happened to, I would say, hundreds, if not thousands, of Trump supporters, myself included, at the Women's March, getting spit on and attacked in different ways, and they really just don't care. Like the cops don't care, the media doesn't care. I mean, what is it that has been infused into our society that has just made conservatives non-people? It's like, well, that if you wear a MAGA hat, that means that we're allowed just to hit you and hate you and call you horrible names. And if you react at all, oh, that's your fault. That you went out wearing this. I mean, we've seen the videos of just the middle school kids at Whataburger getting a drink thrown on them as an adult male, threatens them. I mean, it's absolutely outrageous. So what is it that has created this double standard, Peter?
I'm really not sure. I mean that I didn't even mention that my husband was basically attacked in the gay club only in last August by an individual who called him out of his name, another black individual who sucker punched him, and he's pretty, don't turn down fights. He walked away from the fight. The guy punched him. And of course, he gets banned from the club. The police didn't want to do anything about it. We also brought that point up, and it's like they just see somebody with a MAGA hat, or in just enjoying themselves, and I think it's open season to just go and punch someone, which kind of leads into why we're working on we're trying to pull a rally together, because we're just trying to find some sort of actually real unity. And that's kind of what we're doing. But it's like we've got the right's kind of stayed in the middle, and the left has gone far so left it's pathetic. And I always say is that the so-called progressives are no longer progressive. The Republicans are more progressive because we're looking for progress. Meanwhile, the liberals are nothing but regressive and aggressive towards anything, and they call us fascists. Meanwhile, they don't even know what it means, because fascism is living through them, because they won't allow anybody to have a voice, and you can't have conversations. It's just they want to throw punches.
It's the definition of fascism, what they are doing and what they're trying to do. I mean, the Antifa is nothing more than brown shirts or Hitler's brown shirts. So I want to ask you, the media always tells us that Trump supporters just hate gay people, they hate black people. I want to ask you, have you ever told somebody in the MAGA movement, I'm gay, and had them have anything except for a I don't care reaction? I just want to know from you, have you?
No, I did have one time when somebody said, when I was, and this was more of the biker type crowd, but nothing against them. But one lady was like, "Yeah, maybe you should have been a liberal," because she wasn't so much for the gay marriage issue. But that's a very, very much rarity. Most rallies we go to, had American, we had rainbow flags and everything, and they loved the hell out of us and wanted to take pictures and everything. I've never really ran into anything really negative.
Well, that's what I was hoping you'd say, because that's the experience I've had. It's all love on this side, folks.